Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome back to another Vanguard multiplayer beta video. Today we are going to be talking about the different ammo types you can apply to your guns when creating your own class, and of course talking about one in particular that I personally find to be really annoying to go up against. So in the game we have 7 different ammo types you can apply to any gun in the game, and yes, I mean any gun. It could be a sniper, a LMG, a pistol, an SMG, assault rifle, shotgun. It doesn't matter what gun you're using. You can apply these ammo types to any of these weapons, which is something we have not seen before in previous Call of Duty games. In previous Call of Duty games, we have seen different types of ammos like come up here and there with certain guns. Like for example, some shotguns might have incendiary rounds that you can use, or maybe an SMG has like some sort of conversion where you can change it from semi-auto to fully auto, or vice versa. We've seen stuff like that in the past, but we've never seen them like this. We never seen like an actual ammo type in the game that you can change within your created class with every single gun. Like every single gun has these options, which is just crazy for me to think of. And so there's actually 7 different ones you can choose from. We have subsonic, FMJ rounds, frangible, armor piercing, incendiary, lengthened, and hollow point. And although in this video I'm not going to be going over each one in detail, because for a couple of reasons. One, even though we do have access to see what all the different ammo types are in the game, we don't have access to actually use all of them because the weapons are level capped at level 30, I do believe, in the beta. And so we're only able to use a couple of them and not all the ones that we see in the game right now. And so there is one ammo type that in just particular that I just want to talk about mainly in this video, and that is subsonic. Subsonic is the first one you unlock with pretty much any gun that you use, and I find this to be so annoying to go up against. So the description of subsonic is these rounds are quieter and allow for greater strength, and then of course the pros for it is there's no minimap ping, no enemy skulls, and there is firing visibility to enemies. Starting with the first pro that we see with subsonic, it says no minimap ping, and this can be a little bit confusing. So we have to remember that Vanguard's multiplayer does not have the classic minimap. We see the same minimap from Modern Warfare 2019 here in Vanguard, and so what that means is that if you are firing a weapon without a suppressor, you will not pop up on the minimap no matter what. Your red dot will just not pop up on the minimap for the enemy team. That is how the minimap works by default with Vanguard. However, there is a radar perk in the perk 2 category that allows your minimap to become a classic minimap. So if enemies on the enemy team are not using a suppressor on their weapon, then they will show up as a red dot on the minimap as long as you're using the radar perk. And so from my understanding, if I am using the subsonic ammo type on one of my guns and an enemy player is using a radar perk, they are not going to see me pop up on the minimap even though I'm not using a suppressor on my gun. I'm using the subsonic, ammo type on my gun itself. And so this is something that I personally already don't like, because even though it's not something I've really realized while playing Vanguard's multiplayer, it's really hard to tell what attachments people are using on their guns when you see kill cams, because they don't show the attachments of what the people are using in the kill cam. But either way, my point is, this is basically, from what I can understand, what I'm seeing from the main menu, that this is a counter to the radar perk, and I personally do not like that at all. The fact that there's already some sort of attachment for your weapon to counter the radar perk that makes the minimap a classic minimap is a huge no for me. This is just so stupid. It's already stupid enough for them to not have the classic minimap within Vanguard itself by default, and so the fact that they bring it back as a perk does make the game a little bit better, but the fact that they have a counter to that perk now is something that I personally don't like, and they should not be a feature in the game. They should not have a counter to the radar perk, period. And that's just the first thing that I don't like about the subsonic attachment. The second pro that comes with the subsonic attachment is no enemy skulls. This is actually something I have no problems with. What it's saying is that when you kill an enemy player, that the enemy team will not see a skull location of where their teammate has died. And so I think this is very fine. I have no problem with this. We've seen this before in previous Call of Duty games, and it really didn't make that big of a game changer, if I'm being completely honest with you. And so this is the part about the subsonic attachment that I have no problem with. The last benefit you get with the subsonic attachment is firing visibility to enemies. This is honestly the most annoying part about this attachment in my personal opinion. Now, make sure you guys leave down in the comments below if I'm getting this information correct. I would hate to actually spread misinformation out there. This is all from interpretation and from what I've experienced while playing the Vanguard beta, and so just let me know if I have any of this information wrong. But from my understanding, what firing visibility to enemies actually does is it basically stuns them while each bullet hits them. And so I've experienced this in game, and I kind of thought that maybe it's just my character flinching or something like that, but I see it happen even when I'm not aiming down sights at an enemy and trying to shoot back. It's usually when I'm just running like around the corner and an enemy sees me and takes me out, right? And so from my understanding, each bullet that you hit with this attachment on your gun, it basically stuns them like for a split second or something like that. And of course, Call of Duty is a very fast-paced game. We have lots of fully auto weapons that people use in the game, so each bullet that hits you is going to do like this minor stun effect to you, and it actually can be very severe if you're the one getting shot at, because there's a very good chance you're not going to win the gunfight. I've definitely won gunfights against people using this subsonic attachment, but man, it is so difficult. And so for me personally, I just find this to be the most annoying part about the attachment itself, because I am just not able to win gunfights while doing a one-on-one with somebody and we're just both aiming down sights trying to shoot at each other, and every time they hit me, my accuracy just gets worse because that little stun effect is throwing me off guard, and of course making my aim off target and just making it super difficult to actually win the gunfight itself. It is ridiculous. It could be even a situation where you're the one who shot first, you know, you totally got the jump on the enemy, and so maybe they do like a 180 or something and turn around and try and shoot you, but as soon as they start shooting you, your accuracy gets all screwed up, and realistically you should have won the gunfight, but since they had the subsonic attachment, they're able to win. And so that is why I don't like this perk. The firing visibility to enemies makes it so much worse, not to mention during weekend 2 of the beta, they disabled suppression. Suppression is something I was not able to experience while playing Vanguard, because they did have it during weekend 1, but then they disabled it temporarily during weekend 2 so they could like find some things to like tweak with when the full game does come out. But honestly, suppression that we see in the game is terrible. Like, the suppression system should just not happen at all. Basically, if you guys don't know what suppression is that when you're firing your own weapon, there's like this blur effect that happens at the barrel of your gun, making it a lot harder for you to actually see what's in front of you and stay on target. But they disabled that during weekend 2 of the beta, so they are going to bring it back when the full game comes out, and that is just a huge no for me. So having that suppression system and the subsonic perk, subsonic attachment on somebody's gun is just going to make things so much harder for us to actually stay alive, and I personally don't like that at all. And like I said, when the full game comes out, we are going to have access to all the different types of ammo types in the game, and so it's very possible people won't be using it at that much, but since it is the first one that you unlock with weapons, it's going to be really annoying in the beta, just because we do have a level cap with our weapons in the beta, and of course everybody is like pretty much low levels using whatever they can get unlocked first when they first start using guns. So it's really annoying in the beta right now, so it might not be super annoying when the full game comes out. Who knows, only time will tell, but as of right now, this is an attachment that I just do not like. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, and of course subscribe to the channel for more Call of Duty videos every single day, and I shall catch you guys later.